The internet's favorite buzzword, metaverse, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. But what is this metaverse, exactly? Is it a virtual world where we can immerse ourselves in limitless possibilities? Is it the internet's dystopian future, based on science fiction? Is it merely a fancy way of classifying extended reality, which includes augmented, virtual, and mixed reality technologies? Welcome to the channel. Today in this video, we will talk about metaverse and everything you need to know about it. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video to know what this technology is. Talking about the metaverse is like discussing the internet in the 1970s and 1980s. As the foundations for the new mode of communication were being constructed, curiosity arose about what it would look like and how it would be used. Everyone was talking about it, but few people actually understood what it meant or how it would function. In retrospect, things did not come out quite as some had hoped. With the metaverse expected to be worth $800 billion by 2024, and tech giants like Facebook, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, and Google investing heavily in making it a reality, it's time to figure out just what this hazy and complicated term means. While the term metaverse has been tossed around for a few years, it was first introduced by author Neal Stephenson in his 1992 sci-fi novel Snow Crash. The metaverse, according to Stephenson's book, is an all-encompassing digital environment that lives in parallel to the real world. Experts are divided on whether the metaverse may evolve into anything similar in real life. Basically, the metaverse is said to be a 3D version of the internet and computing at large. When the internet and computing first arose, all interactions were essentially text-based, as in emails, messages, usernames and email addresses. They gradually became increasingly media-based after that, as in photos, videos, and live streams. 3D is the next step in the evolution of the user interface and user experience. You can think of the metaverse as always being within a computer and inside the internet, just as we think of a mobile phone as putting a computer in our pocket and the internet being available at all times. Many analysts consider the metaverse to be a three-dimensional version of the internet. In a nutshell, it's a place where you live your digital life that exists in parallel to the physical world. A location where you and other individuals each have an avatar and interact with each other through it. Some also claim that the metaverse in its most literal sense does not yet exist. It's not real at this point, and it won't be genuine until people have a single spot where they can go into a virtual world they can live in. The metaverse is essentially a three-dimensional version of the internet that is considered as the inevitable next step in development and may be accessed through a single portal. It will become more distributed, democratic, flexible, and diversified as it evolves. While the definition of the metaverse varies depending on the context, it is, in its most basic form, a shared virtual realm that is interactive, immersive, and hyper-realistic. While the metaverse is significantly more expensive than a video game, it appears that the gaming sector has already adopted its most basic form. Consider an online shooting game like Fortnite, in which players create their own avatar and interact with other players' avatars while earning virtual currency to unlock clothes for their avatar. Second Life, a simulation game that allows users to experience virtual reality in which their avatar can shop, dine, shower, and do everything they would in real life, is perhaps the closest existing rendition to the envisioned metaverse. The metaverse will take virtual reality to the next level, allowing users to float into the virtual world and conduct everything from buying land and hosting parties to getting married through digital avatars. While there is yet no single doorway to the metaverse, experts recommend investing in some hardware to fully immerse oneself in the experience. Depending on your budget, this can range from the low-cost $10 Google Cardboard to the mid-range $300 Oculus Quest 2 headgear, or even the high-end $999 Valve Index VR. At this moment, you have several platforms that offer virtual reality, augmented reality, and extended reality experiences. However, there is no one portal via which individuals can access it. As a result, a number of digital giants are now offering a variety of services, ranging from gaming and virtual offices to live entertainment and real estate. Platforms such as Decentraland, Axie Infinity, Horizon, Sandbox, Fortnite, and Roblox fall into this category. Many experts also believe that a virtual reality headset isn't required to enter the metaverse. We're always connected to the internet via smartphones in our pockets, Alexas in our living rooms, and cameras all around us. We'll usually enter the metaverse via a smartphone, but we'll be in it passively most of the time. Every day, hundreds of millions of people use tablets and smartphones to access real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds. In a decade, these gadgets are likely to be the dominant means of accessing the metaverse. Before we continue, we would appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. Please also consider sharing and subscribing to the channel. That would be fantastic. The metaverse is being hailed as a major participant in the digital economy's growth due to its high value projection. The metaverse will boost the digital economy, which is the world economy's primary growth driver. While the metaverse is already being hailed as the future of entertainment, fashion, gaming, and even partying, experts suggest that it will most likely be used for education. Just like you'd understand dissection far better by doing it rather than reading about it, 3D-based education is likely to be considerably superior than, for example, learning through Zoom. Buying virtual countries that don't exist in the real world could be a quick profit, but the actual worth of the metaverse will be realized when it's used in ways that add value to people's lives, that is beyond money. While there are instances where the technology and implementation can be useful, for example, an augmented reality setup to train vehicle mechanics or to help someone remotely fix an elevator they are stuck in, there is still work to be done. There's certainly a reason why fictional metaverse touchstones like Ready Player One and Snow Crash are set in bleak dystopias. The ability of the metaverse to establish a safe and responsible immersive environment is a key topic of discussion. Facebook came under fire earlier this year after a woman said she was sexually harassed and virtually gang raped in the metaverse. Experts in the field of digital privacy continue to argue that the metaverse would be the ultimate surveillance weapon. Not only would the metaverse capture information on your eye tracking movement, hand movements, room shape, and other factors. There is also the need to figure out a legal framework for what happens if you're harassed on a virtual platform, since it has actual consequences because people are so absorbed in the technology. The metaverse assumes an implicit trust in technology, similar to how we rely on Google Maps for directions even if we're never sure if it'll get us to the right place. If we want to ethically develop these technologies, we have to think about and aggressively pursue all of this legal stuff. By 2030, a high majority of humanity will be in the metaverse in some way, according to some experts. Despite the current craze for it, the concept still requires a lot of development. The first hurdle will be gaining access to the necessary gear. Then there's the issue of interoperability, which allows you to move virtual objects such as clothes or vehicles from one platform to another. Many experts feel that this is necessary for the metaverse to function properly. Aside from determining who will operate as the police out here, there will be legal and business obstacles. Furthermore, there's no guarantee that people will want to visit the metaverse. Perhaps we'll live in the metaverse on an occasional basis, like we enjoy donning VR goggles but rarely do so for long periods of time. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to get updates whenever we upload a new video. Also, let us know what you think about Metaverse in the comments section.